Hello everyone and welcome to Mr. Todd's art class. These are your morning announcements and we are just going to get right into it. We have 3 announcements today. So announcement number 1, I told you guys last week that I didn't have a mascot for you guys, but I have come up with the school mascot for Mr. Todd's art class. So the official mascot of Mr. Todd's art class are the donuts. So congratulations, if you have enrolled in Mr. Todd's art class, you have officially become a donut yourself. So now that we know who we all are, welcome donuts. And announcement number 2, the first artist that I am featuring today is Travis Scott. So this past week, Travis Scott had a live concert inside the game Fortnite. So Fortnite animated a giant Travis Scott and had a full light show in the middle of the game. While artists are stuck at home, they've been given this new opportunity to just go heads down and create. This experience Travis Scott created is just one example, and I'm hoping to see many more ahead. So our third and final announcement of the week goes to Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce. If you know the song Savage by Megan Thee Stallion, the song became a viral hit, and yesterday a surprise drop was given to a Savage remix featuring Beyonce. So we are huge fans of Beyonce, and she literally stops the world every time she releases something new. And she's been able to do it completely under the radar. The past couple times she's released something, it's been a surprise. So of course I need to highlight the masterwork that she brought to us this week. The cover of the single has a stallion with a sign, "Welcome to Houston," and bees flying all over the place into a beehive, representing both artists and their hometown. Beyonce is rapping through the entire track with some powerful words and incredible verses. I highly recommend you go take a listen to Savage Remix featuring Beyonce. Those are the morning announcements. Those are the 3 announcements I have for you. As always, it's a great day to be a donut. We'll see you in class. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of Mr. Todd's art class. As you can see, I switched things around because you don't get everything right on the first try. That is our lesson today. We're going to be talking about something called thumbnails. Thumbnails is a common art term that is used when you're developing ideas for a project. Thumbnail sketches are generally a very small sketch that you do in less than a minute of just fleshing out ideas for what your final project is going to be. The reason why you do this is because your very first idea is not necessarily going to be your best one. With a master list of sketches or ideas, you're able to go through, sift through the ones that you don't like at all, and find the ones that you really like and refine those and make them even better. Without working with thumbnails, if you think about a painting, something that takes a long time and you really don't get to redo it. Once you put paint on a canvas, you can't take it off, but you could cover it up and redo it and restart. But that's not very efficient and not the best use of your artist's time and your creativity. By using thumbnails, you can get the bad ideas out of the way so you're not wasting time and you're not wasting paint or materials and work time on a project that you end up not really liking. This concept of thumbnails is actually not just for art. It's not just for painting or drawing, but it's great to use for just brainstorming in general. I introduced this concept to Lindsey a couple of months ago. I told her a story about my teacher in high school in my graphic design class who made us do 50 thumbnails every time we had to create a logo. Back then, I thought it was super annoying to make all of these logos when I really knew the couple that I really liked already. But by fleshing out a bunch of different concepts and ideas, I can take pieces from multiple different logos and mash them together to create something truly remarkable. So after I told Lindsey this story, we put it into practice and we decided to do an exercise that I want you guys to participate in as well. So this is your Zachtivity of the day. Hello everybody, welcome to our Zachtivity for today, episode 2. Lindsey is here with me for Zachtivity episode 2 because I think it is very important. And she got a lot out of this lesson when I gave this lesson as not a lesson, it was just an activity.
It's a date night.
Just for funsies. So, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a pencil and a piece of paper. Do you have a pencil and a piece of paper?
Got it.
Perfect. Pencil and a piece of paper. And I want you guys to spend 30 seconds. That's it. That's all you're going to spend drawing the first part of this activity. So all of us are going to draw the same thing. We're all going to draw a monster for 30 seconds. It doesn't need to be any bigger than that on your paper. No bigger than that. Small monster, 30 seconds, starting right now. Go. Got about 15 more seconds. And that's it. That was 30 seconds. What'd you get? What'd you got? It's terrible. It's terrible. But this is the activity. This is what thumbnails are. They are a very, very fast sketch just to get your ideas down. They can be longer than 30 seconds, but should not be any more than like 3 to 5 minutes. If you're spending more than that, it is no longer a thumbnail. It is now an art project. So my challenge for you for this activity is to draw at least 15, 20. I'm going to do it to you. 20 thumbnails. You're going to draw 20 different monsters on your paper about this size, and you're going to see what you end up with. So we're going to draw our 20. We'll show you at the end, and we'll see what we got. So if you think you're not good at this, that is okay. This is not an activity that you need to be great at. This is a very, very beginner level activity that simply allows you to get your creative juices flowing. If you've never drawn something before or never had the time to sit down and actually work on some artwork, this is a perfect place to start because you're supposed to be bad. The thumbnails are not supposed to look good. They're supposed to look like a mess, and you're supposed to have 20 monsters that make no sense. But then if you find 1 or 2 monsters that you think have promise, then you take those couple, and then that's where you put in the work. That's where you start drawing for 10 to 20 minutes and reiterating ideas and redrawing things and doing more on those. But right now, this is the time to suck. So if you suck, you're doing a good job. That is a great one right there. She said it's a bull and a porcupine. So the great thing about drawing monsters is, like I said, they're supposed to suck. But also, when you're drawing monsters, you can really just do whatever you want. You can create an animal, or you can create some creature that doesn't even exist, and nobody can tell you it's wrong because it's a monster and because they don't exist. So you're right. It doesn't exist. Keep going.
I like your grape.
Yeah, I like my grape too. It's got a grape with curly cues on top. This is a great man. Alright, so it's time to show what we got. We didn't do 20, and that's okay because our phones are our cameras, and they don't have a lot of storage on them. So we're going to cut the video short.
2020. Why don't we have better storage?
Yeah, why can't I have 7,000 gigabytes on my phone?
Beats me.
So annoying. All right, here it is. Look at how terrible. Isn't it great?
I hate them.
But we're supposed to hate them. Are there any that you actually like, or kind of like, that if you put some time in, then you would think it would be cool?
That one.
Okay, so show it. The little Mouseketeer person. Okay, so the goal.
Frustrated.
I look frustrated?
He does.
Ah, the mouse does. Okay, so the goal is to find those little ones that you really like. So I drew, just for you guys, just for the donuts, I drew a donut monster. And my donut monster has 7 eyes. And I think if I redrew it again, I would probably give him 70 eyes. Because why not, you know? So in the process of our messy drawings that only took us 10 to 15 seconds each, we both found one that we like that we can turn into a greater drawing, a greater work of art, and just dive deeper into that specific one.
I will say, Zach is an artist. I am not. So if you're an artist, then you're probably a bit more comfortable with this. If you're not, then I hope that you understand that this activity can help in other areas of your life as well. For example, I am a workaholic and I try to get everything perfect the first time. But an activity like this helps me understand that even when I'm writing, or even when I'm even cooking, or even when I'm working on a project, things don't have to be perfect the first time. I need to get all the shit, maybe you can bleep that, out on paper, and then pick the good one, as opposed to putting pressure on myself to get it right the first time. So hopefully this translates into other areas, which is why this is a great activity to actually participate in.
Yeah. Not only is it difficult to try and get something perfect on the first time, but it is practically impossible. Your best idea is never going to be your very, very first one. And even if it is, you got 20 other ideas on the paper too. So if that one doesn't pan out, you've got another one to go to, and you're not starting from square one. So yes, thumbnails can be applied in much, much more than just art and drawing. So thanks for joining this activity, and we'll see you next time. So if you completed this activity, you have a page full of monsters now, and if you want to refine one and take it to the next level with a better project by adding color or more details, you can pick the details from all the different monsters you have to create a masterwork. No matter what your professional field is, you can use this concept of thumbnails to flush out all of your ideas and create something truly great. If this concept of thumbnails was helpful, let me know in the comments. If you have any other questions or would like to just follow along with more Mr. Todd's art class, you can find me on Instagram at ZachTodd. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Have a great day. Class is dismissed. We'll see you next time.